Now tuning into the encounter culture.
Anyway, stop being me, break counterculture's in your face. Trying to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be drinking with my friends. When we go out, you'll never see us again.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. It is your Friars Day show, and that means last week it was Friday, this week it's Thursday, or maybe it was Thursday this week, and today's Friday. No one knows. And if you're watching this on the replay, it's even more confusing that way. But it's either Thursday or Friday. In reality, today is Thursday, and this is the recap. I do appreciate everybody for checking out the video. We've got some good toy news this week. Lots going on, lots to cover. Some maybe some good upcoming stuff. So we'll go over that. That's what the recap's about. We're recapping the last several days of toy news and information. Remember, this is your inconsistent show about the consistent flow of toy news and information. And that's just what it is. Of course, some housekeeping, right? You see the ticker at the bottom. If you ever want to be on the show, all you got to do is send me a DM on Instagram. It's that easy. You send that, I send a link. You're on the show. We're talking toys. The rest is history. That's all you got to do. Last week, you saw I had 5 people on, including myself. So we had a nice robust conversation. We'll say that a good group of folks that showed up and showed out and had a good long talk about some action figure news. Again, you want to be on, it's that simple. You can join the show too. Of course, keeping up with the housekeeping. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, especially if you're new here. If you're dropping in for the first time, I certainly appreciate you stumbling upon this. But if you're here consistently, then I certainly appreciate you coming back against your better judgment for whatever reason. I appreciate that. Anyway, feel free to hit that like and subscribe, and the members club is open if that's something you're into as well. Coming up this weekend, Saturday, if you're in the area of DC, Maryland, the East Coast, Maryland Toy Expo is this Saturday. So I will be out at the Maryland Toy Expo on Saturday. Huge show, lots of vendors. They've expanded into 2 buildings now, so tons of stuff to look at, new, old, indifferent, art, whatever, but lots of action figures, folks. So if you're in the Maryland area or at least willing to take a drive, Maryland Toy Expo in Timonium, Maryland at the Maryland State Fairgrounds. And then on Saturday night, you'll know where to find me, collecting Justified. Getting into that, though, let's take a step back and take a moment to thank the channel members. We talked about them a little bit a moment ago, but here are those folks that have decided to become channel members. So we've got Legion X, Compulsive Collector, St. James, Sith AF, Dan Who Reviews, Bring Toys to Work, John Morrissey, Northern Nomad, Christopher Allen, and the aforementioned Just Justin Collects. Saturday nights, collecting Justified, 8:45 p.m.-ish Eastern Standard Time. I think this week we're talking Mcfarlane leaks, and based on today, Mcfarlane reveals. So you want to talk about Mcfarlane Toys Saturday night. Of course, I'm going to go through the chat and welcome some folks. But before we do that, I'm not here alone, folks. I do have my ever-present co-host. You know him as Your Boys Got Toys. We know him as Alexi.
Yo, what up, what up? So you're telling me this is not the Mcfarlane Fan Club live stream?
I think where you meant to click was one channel over.
I always get my letters mixed up.
Especially when you don't know what day it is, right? Yeah, it's Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, is this the T stream, or we are back on the T stream?
We're back on the T.
Get your T streams checked, fellas. I also was lucky enough to reach out to Dwight, and he sold me the shirt that he was wearing in his last Instagram post. So shout out to Dwight. Thanks for that over at Hasbro. Appreciate it. You could tell that it's actually his shirt because it's kind of baggy on me.
Yeah, look, it looks moderately used.
Yeah.
So before we get into the chat, of course, I mentioned, if you're out there, you ever want to be on the show, just send me that DM. I did forget to play the previously on clip. That is a recently added feature to this stream, just to give you a sample of what you missed the previous week. So let's hit that now. Previously on the recap.
We're live?
Yeah, we're still
now.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't end yet. I was
too long.
I was
What are we
working on
doing
an off ramp,
All right.
and we swerved back onto the highway. So,
Yep. Before we came
Hey,
on this
everybody.
evening or this tonight, I asked Kenny. I was like, "What would be like the maximum number of people that you would want on?" And he was like, I don't know. And I think we found out tonight.
5 is too many. I agree.
5's the limit. 5's the limit. Right?
5's the limit. Oh, I thought you said sky's the limit. That's why we invited all those people.
Sky's the limit. 5's the limit. Who knows? Whatever. All right, let's say hello to the chat. So look who was here early and didn't even want to be on the show. He saves his time for Justin.
The surgeon himself.
David, Evan, and Smith. He was here on the right day, just not the right time. Mr. J, it never starts. It's always been since the dawn of man. I like that. That's exactly it. Alexi was here, and he's here. That's how that works. Kevin, it's now midnight 18 minutes past midnight. Well, I guess 23 minutes past midnight at this stage, but that's not too bad. See, it could be worse. It could be 2 o'clock in the morning. So you got a little time. Sith is in the house. Blue eyes for president. Yeah, there you go. Let's do it. Let's go. Justin. Oh, speaking of Justin, he is here. A stream that starts on time. Yeah. So I know it's a unique concept, but it is possible.
And the host of the channel is here too.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm here. Look at that. Look at that. Justin with the member for 6 months. Oh, look at that. Appreciate that, man. Hit that like button a justified amount of times, which according to him is once. But if you hit it twice, then it unlikes, and then you got to hit it a third time. So, yeah, I could settle with one. All right. That's fair. And David sandwiching the chat so far. I can't give it all away before Saturday. That's fair. I understand. Saturday's it's a big day. A lot to talk about. Don't want to repeat yourself. Focus on that Jean Grey. You got those boots now. And now you can just enjoy, right? So,
I definitely feel that, David Evan Smith, because I've said before, the reason I don't go on Legends and Liquor too often anymore is because on those weekends, by the time you hit the third stream, you just don't feel like you're saying anything original anymore. Just feel like
it's true.
Repeating.
Yeah. Every other Sunday, I'm like, yeah, I would like to join, but you're exactly right. I mean, I've either said it on Thursday or Friday. I've said something again on Saturday, Sunday, and it's a lot of the same people watching these streams, So
yeah, so they don't want to hear us say.
They don't want to hear it again.
Yeah.
They already know.
They want to see Christopher Allen get buck wild.
That's right.
Why I'm there.
That's right. That's actually why I'm there too. I just have to press buttons, but the fun part is watching Christopher Allen go off the rails. So I'm here for that. So toy news. We got some good stuff to talk about. The first thing I'll go over today, Marvel Legends pre-order went up. Cap and Blue Venom. You better get on it now. Apparently Walmart decided that they were going to go ahead and list this at the break of dawn, so that was already live and sold out on Walmart before like 10 a.m. on the East Coast.
Damn. I know. I'm going to see if it's sold out at this point. It's $4.25 on the West Coast right now, so let's see if it's sold out.
It's still available on Pulse, so you got that. Amazon, I'm not sure, but
what do you search these? I can never find these when I search for them, even if I put like Marvel Legends.
Oh, like on Amazon?
Yeah.
No, I can't either. I have to rely on like Preternia's link or Toyshes or whoever posts the link first.
They're probably posting like affiliate links too.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. So you could get an Ultron for $60, but you can also pre-order the Captain America and Venom on Amazon for $60 as well. So it's still available on Amazon. You said it was still available on Pulse?
Yeah, still available on Pulse.
Okay. So it's just Walmart. Was Walmart cheaper or something?
I think it's just because it went up early and people probably like rushed
Jumped
to
on it.
get on it. And
Do people have Walmart cards? Like, you can have a Target card. Is there a Walmart card?
like to give you a discount?
Yeah.
Not that I know of, but they do have like Walmart Plus, which is like a monthly or yearly thing that you pay for and gives you better access, I guess. I don't know.
I don't really shop at Walmart.
Don't give Walmart more money than, absolutely necessary.
Both 2-packs are available at BBTS, the Cap and Venom as well as the Wolverine Silver Samurai. I'll probably end up putting in my pre-orders there.
There you go. Yeah, I think the only one that's going to have issues is Psylocke.
Yeah. Now for your boy.
RG in the chat. Yo, what's going on, man? Yeah, so I went in on it. You're going in on it, or you're waiting it out? Check it out.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting it.
Nice. So that was good. Getting into the toy news, I guess we'll keep it Hasbro related. So over the past weekend, Ghostbusters Day occurred. Big fan of Ghostbusters, right? So I'm excited whenever the reveals and stuff come out for that. This year, though, little, I guess, disappointed. I was going to say lackluster, but I guess the things they revealed from Hasbro are fine for people who want them. The Rooftop Showdown set, that's cool. It's a 4-pack. If you don't have the Plasma series Ghostbusters, this will be a good way to get your, sort of original suit Ghostbusters to go along with your HasLab, or just to get them for the sake of having them. Granted, you can probably still find all of the Plasma series ones for pretty cheap. So that's really, I guess, if that's something you want. I'm not going to go in on this though, because there's no need for it, right? Have the Plasma series. I'm getting the set that comes with the HasLab. It's a lot of 4-packs of Ghostbusters, They do have.
So they're just calling it the Rooftop Showdown. It doesn't actually come with Rooftop Dio pieces. It's just because those 4 are from the end of the first movie.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't. This is what they showed you. So maybe the box that it comes in will be a cool looking box, but this is what we're getting. So yeah.
The likenesses. What do you think?
So I think for like Harold Ramis looks right.
He looks spot on, actually. Yeah.
Ernie Hudson looks good.
He looks pretty good. It starts to slip on
Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd look.
Bill Murray, I gotta say that one's probably the worst one. Well, I don't want to say worst, but it's probably the furthest away from the actor's likeness.
Yeah,
because I think Dan Aykroyd's better, his likeness.
Yeah, and I mean they've done his likeness pretty. I think the Plasma series likeness was better than this, so I don't know.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Yeah, cool accessories.
Pac Photos in the chat. What up, Pac? We'll see you on Saturday night. So Pac will be joining us on Collecting Justified this Saturday. So tune in. The other thing that was announced, though, on Ghostbusters Day from Hasbro was this 1984 Proton Pack. Look, as a Ghostbusters fan and growing up and wanting my own Proton Pack, like for years, they had build kits. You could build your own, do that, whatever, if you had the time and fortitude, I suppose. But when the HasLab came, was announced a few years ago, it wasn't exactly the right one because it was from the more modern movies, but it's the same thing, right? It's just a little bit aged and frayed wires and things like that. So totally cool. Super pumped to get a 1/1 Proton Pack to just have in the display somewhere, right? it's a HasLab, so you're like, all right, we're pretty good. You know, I don't think that anything's going to be released comparably by Hasbro in the near term. And then fast forward 2 years later, well, I guess almost 3 at this point, but then they announced this, and this is just open to order, right? And I think like $100 cheaper.
Okay, nice. If I recall, the HasLab Proton Pack sold out very quickly, didn't it? Or
Well,
was
it was
that
back. It was
where-
backed very quickly. Yeah, I mean, within.
Sorry, yeah, not sold out, backed.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as like I think in 2 or 3 days it was backed. So
Yeah,
people were definitely on board for that.
yeah. So, and if this is just a made to order, I mean, it sounds like a win-win for Hasbro, and well, a win-win for Hasbro and collectors, because like you said, this is the more accurate one for the original Proton Pack. And if it's made to order, then the people that actually want it will just buy it and move on.
Yeah,
Wow, it looks
yeah.
really good.
So
Do you
me,
think it'll
like,
really capture a ghost?
oh, it will. It will for sure.
100%. Yeah,
It says
you're
it.
right.
In
That
the
was a
fine
stupid
print,
question.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there was an asterisk next to it, but I didn't read like the finer print. You know, so
Well, it's because this is a new Avengers Proton Pack.
right.
That's the
Exactly.
asterisk. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, it's cool. I kind of at this point though, I kind of wish I didn't get the HasLab and then just wait. But 3 years ago, who knows?
Right. Yeah. At least you got to look at one for 3 years and be like, yeah.
That's true. That's true. I did do that.
Do you know what they're going for these days on the aftermarket? The HasLab one?
I haven't checked, but I assume that they've dipped in the last few days. So
Yeah. My Sauron Bath knows that.
yeah, that nosedived, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving over to some Comic-Con reveals. So last week we went over the turtles, the surfing turtles, right? That was a thing. And this week we got some additional.
Sorry. The original Proton Pack is going for between $1,000 and $2,000, and there's one for like $3,000.
Okay, well maybe I'll move on. I don't. There's no way that sticks. Like people just have it listed for that and whatnot, right? But
yeah. This is just the listing. You're right. Spangler's Proton Pack. Sorry, go on.
Oh yeah. So one of the first Comic-Con reveals from the week. So they're doing a glow in the dark Bride of Frankenstein. NECA does a lot of these glow in the dark things. They seem to be popular. There's certainly a crowd for stuff that glows in the dark, right? If you're of a certain age, still fascinating to see things that glow in the dark. So it's cool, looks fine. Not for me, but certainly cool for anybody who is looking for it. The other,
I'm not really a monsters collector, so I don't have any. I mean, I have like a Demons and Midnight Suns shelf that has like, Topless Hell Witch. Everyone needs that in their collection, with Ghost Rider and Doctor Strange and stuff. But I don't have any of like the classic monsters. But I always enjoy like seeing the fandom thrive and like new characters announced. And it feels like monsters and glow in the dark is like a peanut butter and jelly.
Good, yeah. They have to coexist. So, and I think at this point, they've released several of these, so I don't know. I mean, if you're out there, you collect these. Let me know how far you are. Is this the last one, or do we have a couple left to go? I don't know. Glow in the dark NECA stuff, though. Keeping it NECA and Comic-Con. I don't know what the deal with all of the Chucky stuff recently is, but it seems like every week we're talking about something Chucky related. This week, no exception. The other Comic-Con exclusive from NECA that was revealed this week is Surfing Chucky. So the turtles are surfing, Chucky's surfing. I don't understand why Chucky's surfing, but it's a choice.
Everybody's gone surfing USA. R.I.P. Brian.
The timing. This is actually what killed Brian Johnson. So there's that.
Chucky at the beach.
Yeah.
What would some of the murder, like what would some of the kills be for Chucky at the beach? Like obviously he's gonna impale you with the tail of the surfboard at one point, right?
Right. He's
He's
gonna pretend to be a shark, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe
Real
like shove the suntan lotion like down your throat and like choke you to death like that. Like
absolutely.
we've all been there.
It's gonna use the floaties to suffocate people, I assume.
Yeah. Blow them
There's
up.
a towel, you know, that's hey, want to lay? Okay, yeah. So
nice.
Towel could be used. Sunglasses, I'm sure, or something. I do find it so I think like they made too many surfboards and wave effects because I think Chucky comes with the same wave effects as the turtle.
Hell yeah.
Like,
I don't know. Is there a precedent for Chucky at the beach? I'm not familiar.
I must have missed that movie. Maybe it was 5 or 6 movies in.
Summer
Chucky
Camp?
goes to the beach. I don't know.
It's
Chucky
like from the
goes to summer
special
camp.
where they all vacation together. Like Jason's doesn't want to get in the sun, but Chucky is like really good at surfing for some reason.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then he'll get boardwalk fries.
Get some boardwalk fries. It's a must, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And gotta watch out for those jellyfish. Okay,
someone is trying to pee on a jellyfish sting and then pees on Chucky on accident because they think he's a toy, and then Chucky kills him. We just figured out why he's on a murder spree.
That's the motivation.
Job, that's it.
All right. See? All right. The movie's been made for you folks out there. The figure already exists.
Get on it, Robot Chicken.
You can do it. Okay, moving over to Mondo. So Carnage. We've talked about this. Neither of us collect these Mondo figures.
No.
Scale wise, not for me. I mean, it's cool. I know people love these things. They do come packed with a lot of stuff. The
one we have here, is this the limited edition? Or like, you know, they always have like the
I think this has to be the limited edition because of all the stuff that's coming with it.
Yeah, that's insane. Like the symbiote too by itself, the Carnage symbiote.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh yeah, there's a picture of it. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Wow. And even that as 1/6 would be crazy if you put it on like a 1/12 shelf. Like I feel like it would scale next to Null or something.
Yeah.
That would be
I mean, it would look sick. This like alternate head where it's like Cletus morphing into like
showing his face in the symbiote.
Yeah, that looks pretty awesome.
That's sick. Yeah. Excuse me. I don't know, what are the 3-fingered hands? Like it looks like he's got a set of hands in the top left that are just 3 fingers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm familiar with that.
Maybe they just had extra 3-pronged hands laying around.
Yeah.
That's what I assume. Anytime something doesn't make sense, they're just like, it's extra stuff laying around. They're like, just throw it in there.
I will say that just really nailed the look of the animated series characters, like the stocky, like buffness of Spider-Man, and then even on top of that, like Venom is bigger than him. You know, their lack of articulation as like really well sculpted 1/6 scale figures, like really contributes to like how accurate they look to the show.
Oh, for sure. Justin informed us that the 3-fingered hands are for Friday nights.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there you go.
I know.
Look at him.
I don't remember that at all.
No one does, actually. That's the thing. Yeah, it looks good. I think you're coming in at like $245. Yeah, 1,500 pieces, $245. Shipping in December.
Pour one out for Just Jay's toy collection, guys.
That's right. Not only that, but Real Ghostbusters Mondo is coming any day now. Winston and Sandman. So
Jay's the only one I know that collects these Mondo 1/6. Does Dan Hu go for him?
Well, he might
does
now.
now,
He
right?
got that. He got
Yeah.
that rogue. You know, he might be the converted.
Wow.
Sculptor said there were multiple model sheets. There you
Oh,
go.
okay. Yeah, so they were ready to get this right.
Looks good though. All right, how about some Mezco
Yeah.
112 animated series? Looking good.
Do you have Mezco Batman? Kenny?
I don't. I only
Any
have
of them?
Superman and Tiger Stripe Wolverine.
So I saw this, and obviously I'm a huge Batman the Animated Series fan. You know, huge Batman fan overall. I'm unsure about this still. Like, I want a Batman the Animated Series 112th. I don't want the Mcfarlane or the DC collectibles. And Mafex, which is my favorite company, has not done this version. They did the animated series, but they did the more streamlined animation. They have not done like the yellow oval with the tech belt and stuff. So this is like, you know, I have a lot of eyes on this. When I first saw the images, I was kind of concerned that this falls into the Mezco category of wearing like the pajama sock suit, you know, like
Yeah,
that
I could see
the
that.
bodysuit comes off too much like a sock. Like in this image, up in the top left corner, just where his elbows creasing. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like one of my collector friends, he hit me up and he was like, "Oh man, that Mezco Batman is a instant pre-order for me." And I was like, "Dang, really?" I was like, "Is it just me?" Pock photos. Yeah, that was such a missed opportunity for Mafex not doing the animated series look first. Yeah, like, are they stupid? I and even going back for that streamline animation Mafex figure, he's like kind of pricey in the 200 range now, which I don't think he's worth that. So I don't know. I also would like to know with this figure. Oh, the reason I got up was to go get the Golden Age Mezco Batman, which I do have, and he doesn't like. You could see his elbow up there is. You know, if it's going to look like that, it's actually not bad at all. And the way that their newer bodies go, where they have like the rib cage or like the ribs a little more accentuated, and then if you stretch them back, you can kind of see the abs underneath.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. So if it's on a body like this, and like if you look at the legs, that's another like that texturing on the legs. That's what I was worried about because in the photos, it feels like that texturing is really like what's the word I'm looking for? Like easy to notice.
Yeah.
Or like it catches your attention first. So I'm on the fence. It's like $110. No matter where you get it. If you get it from Mezco, it's like $110. If you get it from BBTS, it's $110. But if you get it from BBTS, the deposit non-refundable is only $10. And over at Mezco, the non-refundable is like $30. So be aware of that. The other thing I'd like to know is if this Batman, the animated series, Batman can fit in the DC collectibles / Mcfarlane vehicles. Like, can this Batman fit in the Batwing? Can it fit in the Batmobile that Mcfarlane has done? Because that would definitely put this more into the category of like, yeah, add it to your collection, you know?
For sure, yeah.
Where's all your Batman? You're like, you do Mcfarlane Batman or?
I get, well, yeah, I mean, I have, yeah, the Mcfarlane Batman is taking the place currently as like the Batman in my display, but the rest are movie related, right? Like I have Nightfall Batman is like my current Batman in my display, right? So
Nightfall Batman from Mcfarlane.
Yeah.
That one was pretty good. That was the 2-pack or
the solo release. But I have the 2-pack version as well because like I wanted to get that Bane because it's nice and big and like chunky.
Yeah.
But that's one that I'm definitely waiting for Mattel to see what they do, or maybe go back and get a more definitive Batman, because it's really just a placeholder until I figure out exactly how I want to do the Batman display, right? So
Right. So
because
a
even
problem.
my villains are a mix of like Mattel and
Yeah, I mean, a DC 112 collector's for sure gonna have a mixed collection. So the problem here, I have the original DC Collectibles Batmobile, and it's got a 2-seater cockpit, as you can see there. The problem with this Golden Age Batman is his legs will not squeeze together to fit into that driver's seat.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you could make it work, but it would just be him,
Yeah.
I'll see if I can do it better. Because the cape is.
I think
Definitely won't be able to get this either.
It could look better, but I don't know. This seems like it should. And the cape's not as big either on this animated series one.
Yeah, the other thing that I was critiquing was I wish it would have come with a cape that draped over his shoulders.
Yeah,
because that was like a big, like, brooding pose that he had in the show. Okay, so I've got him in here kind of makeshiftedly.
Oh, there you go. It worked out.
Yeah,
got the cape in there.
So if this animated series Batman is about the size of this Golden Age, then he will fit inside the Batmobile and close it up. And just for funsies, there's the lights for you.
Lights.
Yeah. And then it's got cockpit lights too. If I can get this open. There you go. So your cockpit lights.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It was like a kid.
So yeah. I mean, it'll fit for the most part. I took his hand off just because he had a battering.
He lives there now.
Yeah, he's gonna come back out. There you go. The steering wheel pulls out towards him. So yeah, I guess it's doable. Well, I just talked myself into ordering that, I guess.
See that? All right, that's an easy way to do it, right? Just
yeah. You guys all just witnessed it.
There you go. Clip that. Going back real quick, Kevin Beatty did clarify that the Chucky was inspired by unused concept poster art from Child's Play 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
thank you, Kevin Beatty.
The more you know.
Yeah, Lone Dragon, you're right. It does look like it fits pretty well.
All right, this next one, I guess, is for Justin. We can butcher this the same way we butchered the last Dragon Ball Z announcements, or maybe not. Maybe well, I guess there's more than Dragon Ball Z here. So you've got some Yu-Gi-Oh, some Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia. Yeah, all of that means something to somebody.
I cannot do Yu-Gi-Oh, My Hero. I can do Chainsaw. Other than that, yeah, I'm interested in looking at that My Hero character though.
Which which one is
the
that?
Purple?
Okay.
Looks like yeah. All right. I have no idea who this is. Oh dang. What's on her face?
It's a big cheek.
Is that what I think it is?
Could be.
Is this Amazing Yamaguchi or is this SHF?
SHF.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I never watched My Hero or read the manga, so sorry. But the figure looks really cool. I wonder what her quirk is. Something to do with sixes, I guess, or quotations.
I don't know. Justin, explain it to the people. See, need to phone a friend. Let's see. John Morrissey with the super chat, saving the day. Okay, thanks, John Morrissey. Great stream, but is there any way to get that guy Justin to stop spamming the chat? I guess he's celebrating his one night with electricity.
Lone Dragon, is that the scene where he's like stuffing the figure in the Batmobile and he's like, it doesn't even fit? And he's like, nah, it fits just fine.
So yeah, there's some stuff out there. If you guys want it, take a look at it. I don't even know why I brought this page up, honestly. This is we've hit a wall in this live stream because
Krillin.
I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah. We talked about the shallot and the giblet. Yeah. Anything else? The guru.
This is fun. What's going on here?
Guru's tough. I mean, this is like $300. It comes with some lighting effects, and his arms move around. And honestly, being upset about, not upset, but being critical of this piece convinced me to sell my Mojo set.
All right.
Because a lot of people were like, oh, it's $300. Like, I can't believe all it does is move the arms and like light up a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, like it's a pretty deep cut too from the show. In this saga, they go to this guy who's like the oldest Namekian on the planet that Frieza is at, trying to get the Dragon Balls, the big villain of the arc. And he basically unleashes like additional power within Krillin and Gohan so that they can stand a chance to like fight against Frieza's forces. Not against Frieza, but against his henchmen. So
yeah.
It's like it was a one stop, and then he literally died within like 5 episodes. So this is a deep cut from the Saiyan, not Saiyan saga, from the Frieza saga. But I was like, man, who would buy that? And then I was like, ah, shit, I should get rid of that Mojo set.
Well, I guess somebody's gonna. I mean, those were definitely words, and yeah, somebody's after it.
I mean, it's $350, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna sell. So
very good, very good. I guess Mcfarlane decided to just go on a rampage today and reveal a bunch of stuff. So we don't have to go like too in depth for this because again, I think I know you won't be there, Alexi, and I know you love Mcfarlane Toys. So this is your moment to shine, really. There's some stuff. The only thing, like for me, Superboy, I'm obviously going to get because I need to complete those for Mcfarlane Toys, but I may be interested in the Wonder Woman as well.
Is that Silver Age Wonder Woman or?
That's what it. And they have her under the Page Punchers banner, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, she looks like a good, like classic Wonder Woman. Not terrible.
Yeah. I looked at all of these reveals. Oh, actually, I didn't. Is that Flag? Or is that her boyfriend?
Steve Trevor, yeah, her boyfriend, right? So
okay.
Or just random guy.
A random military guy, yeah. I didn't see Steve Trevor. That looks pretty cool. Is that like an original sculpt? I don't recall seeing anything military like that.
I would say at least the arms and legs look, and probably the boots.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh man, back of those knees. Woof. You could also redo this for they haven't done the Nighthawks, right? Those pilots, the World War II pilots.
Right. They have not.
Yeah. Yeah. So they could kind of reuse some of this sculpt for that. Yeah. The Deathstroke was the one that struck me the most as like Mcfarlane. It's the Judas contract, which I just showed off on Saturday. In fact, I still have it on the table here. So I already got it, guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you're covered.
Yeah.
I do.
The knee in this image, the knee
is terrible.
Yeah, I was like, oh god, Deathstroke. What happened? He's got a gash on his knee. Yeah.
Wow, it's so big.
That's the DC Icon's knee right there.
So large.
Yeah, this is certainly a Mcfarlane.
That you'll know for sure. I like the I mean the color palette's good. I guess if I got to find something nice to say here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, so you're a Superman collector, what about that Kingdom Come Superman?
I saw that right before we jumped on. I don't think it's in here.
Oh, okay. The post that I saw had that was like the first images that they showed.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't add it in here, but it does. I think the whole thing looks pretty neat, but like I hate that it's a Mcfarlane Toy Store exclusive. That adds like another layer to an already bad thing, you know? So
yeah, absolutely. Oof. Yeah, I got that one here too.
Superboy, I mean, it looks okay. They obviously went the easy route and did not give him the jacket, even though like their previous version.
That's gonna be the chase, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's a good. Yeah, you're probably right. Which is,
come on, that's gonna be the GameStop Ross exclusive. You can only find it between the two stores at the full moon of every fall season.
That's right. Yeah, here. Yeah, so I mean, there's a bunch of stuff in there. Not a lot for me, and you know,
can you go to the Tall Ears Batman that Lone Dragon is mentioning?
Yeah, where is it?
There it is, the yellow.
There. Yeah, look at this thing.
So is this Batman Troika?
That's yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
Okay. Man, oof. Yeah, these are definitely figures for sale.
these
well, okay, so it comes with a wired cape. That's cool. And
got that going for it.
The long ears, I do like the long ears look, just not the way that it's been done here. He does have a bit of a barrel chest, and I recognize that chest from another oval suit Batman.
Is it 89?
Yeah. I'm remembering it when it was like gray or something, maybe from Rebirth.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. The long arm, like forearm spikes too. I mean, I'm a fan of that style. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, the legs, man. Those for sugar in the legs. Yeah.
That's right, Mr. J. He's got to get those bad
and
ears
honey
up somehow.
packet.
Going hard in the paint. Yeah. So I think that's Superboy for sure, Wonder Woman maybe, and
the Azrael Batman I think is worth mentioning. A little further down.
Right
here, red and gold. Yeah. This looks pretty cool. I mean, as far as like the detail that they got right on his costume, and everyone has been, I mean, a lot of people have been asking for this version of Azrael after the Nightfall Batman. This is the figure that I had as a kid in like the 5.5-inch line or 5-inch line.
This does look pretty awesome.
Yeah, this is also the Azrael. The Mcfarlane Azrael that I have is from the Sean Murphy White Knight, and it's based off of this design. So they're, you know, I mean, red and gold slaps. Ask Tony Stark.
That's right.
Yeah.
Christopher Allen will be busy panic buying everything.
Oh yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
This look good though.
Lone Dragon 2, Metron. Yeah, definitely. The Mobius chair and Metron, like
Oh, yeah,
that
that looked pretty
was
good.
also something that caught my eye. But I feel like Metron, look at that shoulder. Oof.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah. It would be cool if you can get a chest paint app that's not all jacked up. That would be one of the worries that I'd be concerned about.
For
I mean,
sure.
other than that, like there's not. It's it's Metron. It's just like a slim guy in a bodysuit, so there's not much you can do with it. It's the chair would be cool to have. I'm not familiar enough with Mcfarlane to know how different from the throne that that Lex Luthor came with.
Yeah.
How different that is from this design, but I'm sure it's different.
Pretty different. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. That one is like more square at the top, and then it has like flatter. I think it's a totally different chair. I mean, the base, of course, is very different, but
Yeah.
I think this is completely
The
unique.
details there. I mean, think of some of those lines on the Mobius chair if they were like glowing or like painted white or something to make them look lit up. Like the sculpt is there for sure.
Definitely, if you're good with like painting and doing that kind of stuff, you have a lot of opportunity in here because everything is kind of sculpted in there to work around. So
yeah. I don't remember. Have they done like Mobius Batman when he's in the Mobius chair?
That I don't know, but I feel like I would remember seeing this chair, but
right. That would be a good coupling with that too. Mirror Master is another great one. Classic. When I saw this Mirror Master, I thought to myself, like, this should have been in like wave 2 or 3, dude. Like, it's one of Flash's rogues, along with Captain Cold and the Trickster. Like, he was always featured as a Flash villain in the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited animated series. Like this, I feel like this could have been done. And it's just like this plain orange body with like some green accents, for like the mask and the shoulders. Like, I feel like he could have done this earlier.
Absolutely
done that earlier.
I'm telling you, at this point, just pumping shit out,
Yeah. Mirror Master.
I guess we're done. I guess we're done with Mcfarlane.
Let's get out of there. Let's get out of there. Just wash our hands of that.
Going back to Comic-Con, so Marvel Legends announced that their SDCC exclusive will be a 3-pack featuring Sauron, Shauna, and Savage Land Rogue. And somebody may have said that last week on the stream. And somebody may be purchasing this for someone else. Bets were made last week, folks.
That's right. That's right. That was on this show too, huh?
It was.
That's the previously on that you should have featured.
I should have, and I thought about it, but I'd already put it together, and then I didn't have time to edit it. But I could pull it up right now. Or you could, if you're out there, just go back, check it out. How are we feeling about this?
Man, this. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the positives. Let's do a little sandwich. We'll do a compliment sandwich. One thing that we like, maybe one thing that could improve, and then one thing that we like again. One thing that I like is it's on the pinless legs, pinless elbows. I am not a fan of the articulation, but I talked about that with Shauna. And I also talked about that with Marrow here. How the articulation on just the diaphragm is a little bit limiting. I mean, significantly limiting. And it would have been nice to have articulation like down here at the waist. I feel the same way about Shauna the She-Devil and Rogue here, Savage Land Rogue. I think they did. These are really just mirror images of each other as far as like their outfits go, right?
Absolutely.
Like,
yep, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's pretty easy. I think my least favorite aspect of the 3-pack overall is Rogue's face sculpt. Um,
Yeah, that
I, I, yeah, yeah, whiff on Rogue's face, no
let
doubt.
me get a zoomed in image here.
Yeah, like who's the model for this? Where was the artwork based off of? I'm not even like trying to say that they were wrong for doing this, but if I could see, like something that corroborates her looking like this, that would be helpful. I don't play Marvel Snap, so maybe that is, what's happening here. But I don't know. Well, what are your thoughts on it?
I love the idea, right? I'm also wondering, like, the face sculpt isn't great, but I'm hoping it's more like the angle. But I doubt that's the case, right? Like, it's probably just not that good. But overall, I mean, the concept, this is what I said it was going to be. So, like, I'm happy with the idea here. A new Sauron. Do I need a new Sauron? No, but like, at least I can put Sauron in 2 different places, so I can put one in the Savage Land and one elsewhere. But the rogue face really throws me off, and I don't love that Shauna is like trapped in this pack. But again, as I said last week, I do feel like it makes a lot of sense, right? It's a callback to a previous San Diego exclusive. It's something that people have wanted. You got 2 figures that people have wanted in there. For longtime collectors, it sucks that Sauron's packed in there because you already have a Sauron, likely. For new collectors, maybe they don't even care about the other Savage Land stuff and they just want the Sauron and don't want to pay, the, I guess not even the, well, now the current aftermarket prices might not be too bad, but it's just another pack that is kind of, there's some good, but I don't know if the good outweighs all of the bad, really. And then I'm curious why they decided to go under the Gamerverse label. Like, they've been very heavy on Gamerverse this year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. I mean, it's whatever, but like, I just don't understand why.
So the Sauron Bath is going for 70. It sold, let's see, sold yesterday for $70, $70, $85, $90 5 days ago. So the person who listed it 5 days ago, that's a smart person. 70, yeah, 2 days ago, 75, or yeah. I'm probably gonna end up selling mine, listing mine for $60, and then this is going to go up on Hasbro Pulse. So it's the SDCC exclusive this year. So you have to get it in person. And then they said that whatever stock they have left will go up on Hasbro Pulse to order for, delivery for everyone else.
Right.
I'm going to sell my Sauron. I also like that they gave this Sauron pinless treatment on the legs, which David Evan Smith pointed out in our Legends and Liquor chat. So shout out to the surgeon, David Evan Smith. I like the purple loincloth being more accurate to the animated series. I have been one to point out that their new paint apps are not less than, but like not as good, or I guess haven't been given as much treatment as their older paint apps, but this looks really good in my opinion.
I agree. I think they really could have shit the bed on this one, and they actually delivered on the Sauron updates. So
yeah, the eyes too, like the eyes being in the hypnotized form, and also thank you, sucker. And also the effects that came with it. I was so confused at what those effects were when I saw them in package. And then when I saw this image, I was like, oh, okay. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that looks good.
The other thing I wanted to big up was the photographer. The photographer did really well with these poses.
This is still shooting the G.
Probably because
he seems to be like the photographer for them. Right?
Yeah, maybe they choose a photographer to go for each program, you know, to shoot the photos and stuff for each of their. So this is shooting the Galaxy for their Gamerverse stuff. So these are great. That's a class. I feel like a lot of people will post Sauron like that. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, they know what they're doing. And then of course, like the pose with Rogue and the spear like behind her shoulders. Shauna, like it's great. Yeah,
you're talking about that one.
That one. Yeah, like that's a good pose. Not gonna lie.
Pose.
Yeah.
The face doesn't look too bad in that.
Yeah.
Spot. I mean,
yeah,
it's not great, but better.
It makes me want the figure more than just seeing it like vanilla posed. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll probably get this, but I'll be honest, when I first saw it, I was like, damn, maybe I should just sell Sauron and sell Khazar and Zabu and just be done with Savage Land. But I was like, no, I'll sell Sauron, and then it'll only cost me like $30 to buy the 3-pack. So
makes it a little easier.
Yeah.
All right. How about some news? You know, it's about that time.
Let's hit that news, though.
Hit us with that sweet, sweet news.
Okay, so today, in what seemed like an elaborate Toy Farce post, Mcfarlane Toys has announced an actual Ross exclusive. So he's decided that his figures don't do well enough in Targets and Walmarts that he's just going to skip the middleman and go right to Ross, you know, save everyone a stop. So they're getting a card back Superman with the blister and everything. It's the same Superman that is currently on the shelves at Target and maybe Walmart. I don't know. But yeah, so they're doing a movie Superman figure exclusive to Ross.
You've got the duality of man right here in the comments too. Haha, this is what it's come to. What a shame. And then right under that, I like this idea for some reason. This is a great troll move. Like a Ross Dress for Less exclusive. That's, you know, a lot of people say that Legends that are going to peg warm are the Ross exclusives. And Todd was like, no. This is the Ross exclusive.
Is the Ross exclusive.
Yeah. It's easy for me to laugh at this and enjoy it. A lot of Schadenfreude, but it's because I was never gonna buy like a Mcfarlane Superman in the first place. So
yeah.
Love to see it, but you know, give credit Todd where he's due because this is a great troll like partnership. Even if it's not a troll partnership, like great troll partnership.
Right. Like, hey, Todd's on the way out. He just, you know, no shits are being given at this point. You know, we're doing Ross exclusives. We're, you know, pumping out every character imaginable and just seeing where it lands, you know? So.
Yeah. This is even one that you could pick up and keep on card just to put on your wall. And be like,
I can only imagine the quality of the cards that land at Ross. So
yeah,
if you're a mint on card collector, you might be hard pressed to find a decent card at Ross. But
yeah,
you know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Ross is turning a new leaf, and when I go there, the toy aisle won't look like small arms exploded in 3 different sections and landed on the floor in that aisle. It's always a disaster.
Yeah, an authentic Ross exclusive will have a torn card, and the plastic tray will be a G.I. Joe.
That's right. It's just depending on the location, it's the figure you're going to end up with.
Yeah. A Maximum Spider-Man for some.
Does it start off by being on sale? Yeah, it's $5.99 right out the gate.
Yep.
So that was interesting. Keeping it Superman related though, Superman tickets went on sale this week. There's an early screening happening, so July 8th for Amazon Prime members. So yes,
So
to
like
answer the burning
on
questions,
Amazon Prime or
no, they just, you had to go to a link through Amazon, and that took
I
you
see.
to Fandango, and then you could select the theater, just so they can track their users who are Superman fans. So I'm the mark, obviously, right? So as a Prime member and Superman fan, they saw me coming. So
You got it?
I did. I will be seeing it on the 8th of July and again on the 11th. So
Okay.
there you go. Looking forward to it. It sold really well. I think a lot of people, this gives me hope that a lot of people are very excited for this Superman movie. I know there's some contrast out there between Snyder fans and Gunn fans, but I think we can coexist. I think both things can be true, So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
looking forward to it.
Yeah. We don't have tickets yet. We don't really. I don't think we've bought like advanced screening tickets for midnight showings or anything in a while, but we'll definitely be there opening weekend to see this.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it. We've talked about it on the show and the Saturday show, I think, before.
Yep.
So I'm hopeful, that's the theme. I'm hopeful that it'll be well received, but I'm just hoping to have a good time.
That's it. Same here, Slightly moderate expectations, I have to temper those, and I think that's the way to do it. And ultimately, I think I will enjoy the movie either way. So it's good. I am concerned about the amount of popcorn buckets and cups that have been announced by various theaters. It's way too much stuff going on. I don't even collect popcorn buckets, but like when Beetlejuice came out, they had some good ones. So now they're thankfully they're like versatile enough that you don't know it's a popcorn bucket unless you know. So
Have you seen the leaks that Madam Web was supposed to have an exclusive popcorn bucket and they ended
no.
up canceling it?
See, the movie would have performed so much better
That's
if it had a popcorn
that's exactly
bucket.
what it needed.
That's what Hollywood needs right now.
So
Popcorn buckets.
it needed something in the audience to distract the viewers from the movie, like
That's
a
right.
popcorn bucket.
You're just looking at that thing and like, yeah, this is actually pretty good.
Well, good popcorn. Bad movie.
Yeah. So that's what I got for your news this week. I don't know. Anything else? You got anything?
I do not.
What did we miss?
We're headed down to Southern California in a couple hours. So just wanted to squeeze this in, say what's up to everyone. No pickups this week. I have drop-offs this week. I sold my Hulk and Wolverine 2-pack. I sold the Colossus and the Juggernaut 2-pack. I sold the casual Wolverine from the Sabretooth 2-pack. So just pushing them out, getting more space and funds for the new stuff that's coming out that I want to play with.
I like it. Sometimes, you got to move stuff out to bring stuff in. Kevin, I'm going to go with a hard no on that, which that's why it's going to be a better Superman movie.
The toy reveal for that kaiju thing has blue goo coming out of it, and people are saying that he's going
to kill the kaiju. Maybe the kaiju heals, or maybe it transforms.
The goo heals Superman. The goo heals all of us.
The goo heals all. Adrian is looking forward to that Baby Joey popcorn bucket. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Sure, that's gonna be there, dude. There's, I don't know if you've seen anything, but there's just so much. On one hand, I love it, like all of the Superman stuff coming together at the moment. Like even Dairy Queen has gotten in on it. They have a Superman Blizzard, so it's a good time for a Superman fan. But it's so much going on. So much.
Definitely.
Oh, Justin, monsters aren't people.
Open your heart, Justin. Open your heart.
I thought we talked about this.
and let a monster rip it out and eat it.
That's right. Well, hey, Alexi, I appreciate you jumping on. I hope you have a wonderful time this weekend. We will miss you on Collecting Justified, but I don't think you'll miss us because there's going to be so much talk of Mcfarlane. Like, it was painful enough for the 7 minutes that we talked about it today. So multiply that, to 4 hours.
Saturday, when you guys are talking about that, I think we'll have done wine tasting tours that day. So I'll be drunk enough to super chat, shut up about Mcfarlane in the live stream. So
as you should.
Yeah.
But hey, everybody, I appreciate you dropping in, checking us out tonight. Again, this is every Thursday or Friday or Thursday. It's Friars Day. You pick the day. And no, it doesn't work that way. Nobody picks the day. We just kind of decide, whatever works. Thursday, Friday, replay. Have it your way. Anyway, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. Of course, the members channel, members club is open. Members channel, sure. We'll talk about that too. Speaking of those members, of course, shout out to Legion X, Compulsive Collector, St. James, Sith AF, Dan Who Reviews, Bring Toys to Work, John Morrissey, Northern Nomad, Christopher Allen, and Just Justin Collects. Again, Saturday night, 8:45 p.m. ish Eastern Standard Time, Collecting Justified. That's where we're going to talk about Mcfarlane this week. We've got reveals, we've got leaks. It's too much information to digest at one time, but we're going to try to do it. And that's right, this show every Friars Day. But that's all. I think we've said it all. I don't know that there's anything else to say, except if you want to join, just send me that DM and you can be on a Friars Day stream. Other than that, I will turn it to Alexi to let us know where he can be found if you're looking.
Yeah, you can find me at Ya Boys Got Toys on Instagram, and every Friars Day here on Encounter Culture. Not tomorrow or not this weekend, but most weekends at the Just Justin Collects channel on the Collecting Justified show, Saturday evenings. So. Sorry, right. Justin, I don't get PTO, but I'm taking that time off this week.
He's calling out sick, so now you know he's full of shit. All right, I'm just saying. Folks, you can find me here or there, a little bit of everywhere. Bill and Ted, take us home.
Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes!